charged with healthcare fraud involving a housing stabilization services company with fraudulent claims for services not provided and diverting the proceeds for personal benefit, the FBI director added. Omar and the other 14 suspects are accused of bilking taxpayers out of $90 million by defrauding Minnesota's state-run Medicaid programs, who kept authorizing them to get more and more funding. These people are just a symptom of a bigger problem. We need to know who gave them the money and who continued to give them the money and to what end.
Muhammad Omar jumped from a fourth-floor balcony to avoid arrest. FBI Director Kash Patel says Omar was arrested within 2 hours after agents executed a raid tied to the fraud crackdown. Omar now charged with healthcare fraud involving a housing stabilization services company. The FBI says he submitted fraudulent claims for services that were never provided. The FBI has surged personnel and resources to Minneapolis beginning last December to investigate large-scale fraud.
Of course, I love to hear your thoughts on this. I love to hear your opinions on this. That money was proposed for. It was proposed to be intended for children with autism, the homeless, disabled people. So if you see the correlation there, these are all groups of human beings that society at large really doesn't want to. They're reluctant to deal with these type of people on a day-to-day basis. Then you got general Medicaid recipients and child care and early learning programs. Any one of these alone is a monumental task to take on, and the government threw a bunch of bread at a group of unlicensed crooks and left our most vulnerable demographics at their mercy. Nobody was qualified to do anything but forge paperwork and cash checks. This is how greedy these folks were. With all the help that's needed for these groups, they could have used just a small portion to actually do what they proposed, to actually help them, and ran that scam for at least another 10 years.